Hello, good morning, good afternoon. So we can begin. Let me just. So this is the video feed, right? Hello, hello. Okay, my name is David Scher. I'm a journalist, and I guess you could call me an expert in the additive manufacturing 3D printing industry. And today we're here to present this contest, this initiative from Honda. The contest is Honda meets FABLAB, so we're gonna talk about how a large company can work with call it bottom-up FABLAB personal manufacturing and for innovation. So we're gonna have a few guests, and we have a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna ask the guests to try to stick with the schedule. I will interrupt you if we're going too long. We have really so much to talk about today. It's really quite. There should be. I always say there should be more of these initiatives, but it's actually quite unique that a really large company is able to work with people, with Fab Labs, and with this new kind of manufacturing, of digital manufacturing that is more distributed than it used to be. You know, everybody can. A lot of people have access to this. By the way, is the microphone okay? Everybody hears me correctly? Okay, great. So we have one microphone, so I will pass it around to the people, to the persons that are going to be answering the questions. And so the first thing we're going to do, let's go in order. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about a little bit about Honda R&D Europe and what the company does. And so the first person that we're gonna have answer is Daniela Tempesta from Honda R&D Europe, Italia. So first, I would like to ask you, what do you do, and what is your role exactly, and what do you do? What are the projects that you work on at Honda R&D Europe?
Yeah, actually, me as well as Luca and Antonio, we are in the Honda R&D Europe Italy office. So our company, our branch, is focused on concept making and market researches and new technologies researches for motorcycle business in Europe. So, more specifically, Luca and myself work in the planning department, whilst Antonio is in charge of modeling. So for this project that we are here today, I am in charge of coordinating this contest in terms of organization and setup. Luca is the key person in terms of concept and creation of the theme that we're going to propose to the Fab Labs. And Antonio, of course, is going to give his contribute in terms of modeling and digital making. So, yeah.
Okay. So how did this idea? I mean, I know it took a long time for this for this project, and how did it come about? Like, who thought of it, and how was the idea born? Okay.
Yeah, I can say, let's say Antonio is in contact with the FabLab community since a long time. So he wanted to propose some collaboration project with them. And it was like 3 years ago. We had some difficulties with the management to make it accepted. Later, Antonio came to us, and we put the project under a different umbrella because we are working a lot on the future mobility. So finally it worked, and finally we could start. We are excited about that, and we hope that it could be only the first step.
Thank you. And my next question is: so, which are the models that that you use in the? Which are the? Let me rephrase that. Which are the resources that you use? So, which systems and products do you use in the development process at Honda?
So maybe we can see the slide. Also, I prepared just a couple of slides about this. Let me know when we can see. Okay, slide. Next. Okay. Right. So, as Daniela said, I'm in charge to make a prototype on there in the Europe. So, since 5 years ago, we start to working in detail, especially with the 3D printer. How to say, technology, especially FDM, that thanks to FABLAB, FDM technology becoming more cheap, and we increase our use. I would like to show also the next slide, please. Basically, our approach is more artistic oriented. I mean, after the sketch that we can get from designer, we usually create clay, a clay, and after clay we take scanning. We put on the data into a software for make reverse engineering, and after that we try to create a show model as this year we present to EICMA. We use, of course, milling machine for milling aluminium, polyurethane, 3D printing, especially the FDM technology, SLS and SLA. And so, and this is the final result. The next slide you can see. We usually present our proposal for European market at the end of the year, usually in November for EICMA. And sometimes we have a chance to come to mass production, to cooperate with the Honda in Japan, and to influence the design in Europe and in the world. This is our task. Thank you.
Thank you. And so, obviously, you have an extensive experience with this. Obviously, you use pretty much every major digital technology for your prototyping. And so, my question is: so, why did you? What is it that can that made you look at FabLabs for this kind of collaboration? And I'm happy to have a contribution for you, but I also wanted to ask you, ask Lorenzo Negri, who's the responsible of, who's instructor for the Fab Academy and also works at a FabLab in Denmark. And Lorenzo is not going to be on the video feed, but we will have the voice contribution.
Thank you. Hi, Davide. So basically, the FabLab is a technical prototyping platform, so made for innovation and inventions. That's why we can say it's a perfect place for local entrepreneurship who can try to turn their ideas into a real product. So basically, the essence, this is the real essence of a FabLab, and what you can see, what you can find in a FabLab that can gives you this power to create new product. It's like about all the machines and the community that it's around the FabLab. So everyone can come in a FabLab and try to develop his own ideas by using all the machines that, of course, all the FabLabs that are connected now knows, starting from laser cutter, 3D printings, softwares, and try to develop it from the concept to the final product. It's, of course, we can't say that we can compare the mass production of a FabLab with the real mass production, with the real mass economics, I would say. But still, it's a perfect point of it's the perfect point of beginning for some startups or for the new entrepreneurship.
Thank you. I don't know if you can see with the video, but we're here in a very beautiful setting. this really nice hall in the Museum of the Science and Technology in Milan. And by the way, I remember when I first began covering the 3D printing industry, Milan was actually one of the cities that had the most Fab Labs, the highest number of Fab Labs early on. I'm not sure how that is now. So many new Fab Labs have appeared all over the world. There is now several hundreds all over the world. And but yes, I mean, and we're here in this hall, and talking about the future of technology, talking about how you can bring back manufacturing to a personal level in a way. So it's a mixture of history and of past and future. And by the way, this hall was made of. We're in Milan, and we're here. The next contribution is from Annibale Delia, who is the director of economic innovation. Lo dico in Italiano, I say it in Italian. Direttore di innovazione economica a sostegno dell'impresa del Comune di Milano. So he's the person that is in charge of sustaining innovation for the town, for the city of Milan. And I'm sorry. So I would like to ask you if there's many things I wanted to ask you, but so do you think, like, do you perceive that the city of Milan can what kind of support can the city of Milan give to these new types of realities, of new types of ventures that that bring innovation to large companies also?
So, hi everybody, and first of all, I want to do my compliments for this initiative. We think this is exactly in the way we are trying to foster, to promote innovation within the city. This is based on collaboration of private and public and bottom-up labs and big firms. So we are very happy to be here. Well, what about the public policy of to support innovation in Milano? We can see, first of all, that we are very happy, we are very lucky, because in Milano there's a vibrant maker community. There are almost 20 maker space or fun labs, and we are very happy. This is, how can I say, there's biodiversity in this environment, in this ecosystem, because the majority of places of Fab Labs and makerspaces are private firms, but there are also museums. We are here in the Museum of Science of Milano, and here there's a tinkering zone, there's a Fab Lab as well. But we are also NGO, there's also training center. There's a great variety of actors in this ecosystem. How can we foster all this movement? We think that we have to first of all, we have to design a framework of sense. We are firmly convinced that digital fabrication can be one of the most important drivers for the development of the city. And we think also that this, we have to foster biodiversity in the economy, not just finance, not just research, not just not material activity. We are imagining to bring back manufacturing in town using the opportunity of new technology, and that's why an initiative like this is exactly in the way we are trying to go.
Thank you. And one more quick question. Do you feel that Milan in particular, but also European cities are ready to support this kind of, I mean, I know you're saying that we need to do this. What I'm saying is, do you think that they are ready now, and do you think this is happening?
Yes, this is already happening. We were with a delegation of the municipality of Milan. We were in Barcelona next week, where there's a, can be considered like a capital town of digital manufacturing in Europe. And we met the leaders of the community, and they are doing great things. But we know there are also communities in Paris, also in London, or in Amsterdam and Copenhagen, also in Eastern Europe. And the interesting thing is the different way to use this opportunity. For example, while we are here talking about the relationship between Fab Labs and industry, there's the final event here in Milano of beautiful project. This is called Open Care, that involves partners from Italy, but also from Netherlands and also from other countries of Europe, and is based on the use of technology and digital fabrication to empower people in the circle of care. So you can use the same kind of technology to boost innovation in an open way, and at the same time also to empower people to take care of themselves. So in the so-called paradigm of digital social innovation. So, this is a revolution, and we are all involved, and Fab Labs can be really like some competence center to help people to understand the opportunity of this revolution.
Thank you. And so, just to summarize, so we've heard about all the prototyping activities going on at Honda and Honda Europe. We've heard about how the Fab Labs can work with this. We heard about how the cities can support this. But in a way, even though we do focus a lot on production and on parts, behind that, there's always the software that makes it possible. We're here with Matteo Crocetti from Autodesk Italia, and I know Matteo, and I know Autodesk has always been very has recently in particular had a very big focus on enabling smaller firms and like privately owned Fab Labs to use its to have access to its software. So obviously, large companies use the Autodesk is one of the biggest supplier of 3D design software and other software. But so what I'm saying, what I wanted to ask you is, do you think that the Fab Labs can actually through your experience, do you think they can actually provide, and what is it that they can provide to large, R&D structures like such as, for example, Honda R&D, and what is Autodesk doing to help grow this trend?
Thank you for the question. Firstly, I want to thank you, Honda, for this real opportunity to meet together and to develop something for the guys, for the FabLab guys. So we as Autodesk produce software, but mainly our first target is helping people for imagine, create, and design something better, a new world, a new product, whatever everything is better than the real. So we are facing a real change in terms of products, in terms of demand, in terms of production. So there are a lot of things new that are coming. And of course, we as Autodesk need to stay on the stage and to develop new solutions that more and more are going to speak, for example, with generative design, with 3D printing, with new technology that can help people and the Fab Lab to develop new products. I think, yes, the Fab Lab is the starting point where the guys start to touch in the reality what they already studied at the university, they already studied in the past. So this kind of organization with Honda, with the Fab Lab, could help people to imagine, create, and design new stuff. We as Autodesk, I think that is announced 1 year ago, more or less. We can provide software for all the Fab Lab for free. So this means that all the people can access to more than 100 software for developing whatever they want. So that's a very good starting point. I think that can help a lot also for the this event to help the Fab Lab to develop new product. That's.
Thank you. It doesn't get much more focused than that, right? And so, do you have any ongoing collaborations with the Fab Labs around Italy or the world? I know.
Yeah, so there are a lot of international and of course also national collaboration. We are in touch with the FabLab Milan, for example, where we already developed some stuff. And yeah, this is an ongoing process. So day by day, we are open and to help everyone to want to product something and create something new. That's the point.
Thank you. Thank you. And I guess to do that, you know, we're here. My experience in particular is from, you know, 3D printing. And I guess one company that has made all of this possible more than many others is Formlabs. Because when the first Formlab machine came out, it made this stereolithography technology available for just a few thousand dollars, when the just before that, it was the cheapest machines were still around 30,000, maybe something less, but significantly more expensive. So Formlabs was one of the companies that started this new trend for desktop manufacturing, which helped, you know, bring 3D printing into the Fab Labs. I mean, Fab Labs already had access to other technologies, but with Formlabs, they obviously had access to a stereolithography technology, which was a high-end technology not available until then. And I think that helped, you know, because that enabled Fab Labs to work with to provide a service that larger companies could benefit from. I think, and so we have Sarah Bonomi, who's the marketing manager for Formlabs Europe, I think. And so what I wanted to ask you is, do you think that this is that your experience proves that Fab Labs can now actually provide a service that that larger companies can really benefit from?
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, as you were saying, Davide, when Formlabs came out with the first product, it was really making 3D printing accessible for everyone. 3D printing has been around for a really long time. Large companies already had access to it, but Fab Labs, smaller realities and smaller companies didn't. So it was definitely making 3D printing accessible. That really changed the rules of the game. Plus, really allowed not only large companies, but also new smaller enterprises to really have access to the technology. And I think, you know, we also see a lot of our companies and customers actually also have industrial printers, but they also buy a desktop machine like the Formlabs printers. And then we see a lot of more innovation, more product development happening at the department level in the companies, plus a lot of new spin-off projects that just come out. So definitely a lot of innovation happening with that.
Thank you. And more specifically, what is it, the contribution that a Fab Lab can bring to you know, a large R&D venture?
So definitely a new way of thinking and designing products. So starting from the softwares that allow you to bring into production new products, and also using different materials and new technologies to produce. Right now we're also talking a lot about rapid manufacturing, small batch production, also with 3D printing. So really a new way to produce products that is just more scalable and agile to really catch up with consumer demand of every day.
And I have one more question for you, because you talked about materials. Do you think that new materials that are being developed, especially digital materials, the photopolymer resins, that can lead to the production of actual parts, not just prototypes?
Yes, definitely. So, for example, at Formlabs, we have a large range of engineering materials. We also have a polypropylene-like material, so plastic that we use for everyday objects, such as plastic bottles. And also with new technologies such as SLS, you can also print in nylon and really create basically and finish parts. We actually have an internal Example, in the company, we have a new accessory for our SLA 3D printing system, and it has one component that it's printed on another printer that we make, and we use it for mass production as well. So really, using 3D printers to make products that are really finished parts as well.
Thank you. And for the next contribution, Alessandro Papaleo. Sorry. you materialized here. So Alessandro is the founder of 3D Italy, partner of on this initiative, and 3D Italy is the first 3D printing franchise chain in Italy, and it was one of the first in the world. So my question is, obviously you were influenced by the FabLab and maker culture, and so do you think that FabLabs and the maker culture can lead to actual enterprises? The founding of actual startups and enterprises.
Thanks, Davide. Even the 3D Italy story begins with a FabLab event, because 6 years ago, in Milan, we, for the first time, see a 3D printer. After that, we start thinking about how many stuff we can create with it. So we start thinking to create a company that make rapid prototyping on real stores, physical stores on the road, and in the main times that can sell machines to business market. So we start our process, and now after 6 years, we make consulting to medium and small companies to grow with the new industry 4.0. So teaching how use the new machines like 3D printers, laser cutter, and so on. In Italy, we have a lot of companies that are using these new technologies to speed up their process and to grow using this new stuff, this new goods. For example, I just to tell about a story of our customers that he is going to fail with the company because he only use to create wood items for fashion, but the price is even low for this kind of stuff, and we start a collaboration with this company 2 years ago. Actually, we have sold about 50 3D printer to this company, and they are double the turnover in 2 years. So a real example of what this kind of technology could help to big companies.
Fantastic. And that was actually my next question also. We were talking with Antonio before, from Honda about the increased competition, the really tough competition from companies in Asia on things like prototyping, and this is obviously poses a really big challenge for Italian companies. Do you think that and you explained this a little bit, but maybe you can expand a little bit on that. Like, do you think that European companies and Italian companies can use use access to these rapid, much more accessible rapid prototyping technologies to streamline their production and gain a competitive advantage?
Yes, I think that if you can speed up your process and if you can create more items, different kind of items. So if you change from mass production to mass customization, you can serve this new kind of market. So for a company, use this kind of new technological goods can really help to fight against other kind of market like Chinese market or stuff like that.
Thank you very much. And then so we have one more contribution, then we're going to go on to to describe, to tell, to explain exactly what we are doing here with the contest and what the objectives of the contest are. So I'm gonna talk with Luca Colmi from Dama, which is it's a venture that was founded to help raise new to help teach these technologies to more people, make them accessible to more people. So do you think that in your experience, so working with preparing people to work with these new, we can call them industry 4.0 approaches, do you think that companies in Italy in general are ready to uh, implement these kinds of approaches, and what needs, if not, or if yes, what needs to happen, or what do you need to do?
So we know that this adoption of the new tools for Industry 4.0, the digital manufacturing, is not an easy task. But fortunately, as a training institution, we came across to some case in which this happened. For example, the Casella Moto brand. Casella Moto is a small family-driven company that built a custom frame for a PT bike, small bike for competition. Then I think they mount on the engine. So. And these two guys attended our automotive clay and rapid prototyping course, and they bring into a traditional manufacturing process new tools like 3D scanning, clay modeling, reverse engineering, 3D printing for prototype. And this new tool successfully merge with all the previous handmade technology like aluminum welding and something like that, that speed up and I don't know, give a boost to the competitivity of this small reality. And in second place, we have, for example, the Goldsmith Laboratories from this city, Milan, that send their staff to our workshops to learn and implement this kind of new technology, new workflow in something that in a manufacturing process that have been around for about 1,000 years, I think. So I am happy when I saw this, because it means that we are only at the beginning, but of course, for the future, we can hope that works well.
Absolutely, thank you very much. So maybe this contest can be a great first step. Daniela, will you tell us about the objectives and the regulation and how this content is gonna work out?
Okay, now yes, we are going to explain more in details the contents of this contest. Our idea was actually to start first with the explanation of the theme that we are going to propose, so the real call for idea, then and that Luca is going to explain. Then afterward, I will explain the structure of the contest, which means let's say the terms and condition and how the whole contest is going to work. So first, we want to focus on the core, which is the theme that we are going to propose toward the Fab Labs.
Okay. So finally, I will explain the contents and what we will ask to you, to the community of Fab Labs. I explain a little bit of background. So as several of our guests said, we are in front of some revolution, and this is happening also in the mobility. So we as a company, but even the other makers are thinking what's next, because we expect a big changement from the technology viewpoint, from the usage viewpoint, from the environmental viewpoint. And for this reason, we need to be open at different ideas coming from outside. We cannot stay closed inside our world. So since some years, we are having some collaboration with the universities all around Europe. And then we asked ourselves, what's next? And it was quite natural to think about the FabLab community as next, because we believe that the FabLab community's look is always addressed to the future. And what we ask to them, to you, in one sentence is bring the two-wheelers, means motorcycle and scooters, in the digital era. Let's say that today, if you compare the present technology and let's say latest products to the motorcycle world, you feel that there is a gap that still no maker has filled, and it is this let's say the connectivity and this kind of technologies have deeply modified the customer mind. We have to somehow to answer to this modification, applying some upgrade to our products. So what does it mean, bring two-wheelers in the digital era? Means, let's say, give to the customer the joy of enjoying the today's and the future world inside our, let's say, motorcycle world. Concretely, what we are going to ask you, we are going to ask you to create or modify some device that will be part of our future motorcycle or scooter, whatever it is, in order to, let's say, enhance or offer to the customer a different experience that is closer to the current and to the future world. For this reason, we ask you to concentrate in three main areas that are clearly representing tomorrow's world. Such three areas we identified as ease of operating. That means, of course, today's products are quick, easy, intuitive. Everyone do not require any effort, any maintenance, any effort in learning, in using. This is quite different from the today's motorcycle, and the people expectation is that every stuff they deal with will work like this. So this is one aspect. The second one is, of course, sociality. Sociality today is an endless experience, basically, and everyone is connected to other people all the time. This is not yet really implemented in the scooters or motorcycle. And motorcycle has always been a way to socialize, but the way people socialize today is pretty much different. So we want to find a new way to socialize in motorcycle and in two-wheelers in general. The third one is about personalization. This is really so close to the FabLab world when we speak about small production, flexibility, and so on. In today's global world, basically, we have everyone has. There are millions of smartphones, for example, that are always the same, but in the reality, everyone has his own apps and his own appearance. So everyone has the possibility to express, even through the products, his own personality. So this is our third team. And okay, okay, no. Okay, so we want you to select one of these three teams and create something concrete, some device or modify some existing device on the bike, trying to offer to the customer a different experience within this theme. What is most important for us is the idea that is behind your proposal and the benefit that you give to the customer through your proposal. So please concentrate a lot on this. And here we mentioned some criteria, how to, based on these criteria, we will evaluate your proposals. Criteria are feasibility. Of course, for the contest, we do not require a full feasibility study, but only a preliminary feasibility study will be enough. So you don't need to go too much in detail, but you need to explain what's your idea for a future, let's say, manufacturing. Originality, this is really fundamental. Please check what is existing on the market nowadays, motorcycle market, but even automotive market, and try to do something different. Something different, I repeat again, in terms of customer experience, not that much in terms of technology. You can even use existing technology by offering some different benefit to the people. Third is a logical approach, how you will explain your proposal, of course. And then if there is an aesthetic impact, this is always welcome. It means that you could also have the necessity to modify some parts of the bike in order to reach this target to have an aesthetic impact. Basically, that's it about the explanation. If later on there will be any answer about this, I'd be happy to answer. And then I think Daniela can explain the rules.
Yeah. So yes, now we go in details on how this contest is structured. So as we have already said, this contest is sponsored by us, by the Honda R&D Italy office, Honda R&D Italy branch, and we are having the support and the collaboration of 3D Italy, and also the support from Autodesk and FABLAB. This contest is open to all European Fab Labs who are joining the Fab Charter. So we expect and we trust, we hope that there will be a good, a wide contribution and application from all the Fab Labs in Europe. The main purpose of this contest is basically, as we have already said before, to start a dialogue, a communication, an interaction between the R&D, Honda R&D, and the Fab Lab network. So we hope we are going to have, we hope this is a sort of first step to start a future collaboration with the Fab Lab networks in the future in terms of creativity and in terms of co-design, in order to expand more and more the experience of a motorcycle, of a two-wheeler rider. When we say two-wheeler, either a motorcycle and scooters. So in order to participate, to take part into the contest, the candidates will have to apply on a web page that is going to be open from this afternoon. So on this web page, you will find all the information about the contest. So now we are explaining just in summary, but then you will have the whole explanation and detailed information on the web page. So as I said, to submit, the candidate will have to apply through a simple, very simple application form on which you will be requested to input all the Fab Lab details, names, contacts, team name, and so on. And also a template that is uploaded on the web page. So the candidate will have to download this template and use this form to explain your project proposal. So this will allow to have the whole the format, the same format from all candidates. Each Fab Lab can apply also with one or even more teams. So if one Fab Lab will have different ideas, can make different applications with different teams. Then one more information is that, of course, there is no fee to pay. No fee is requested to take part into the contest. Then next, as Luca already said, when we will receive all the applications, a technical committee within R&D Europe Italy will evaluate all the applications, and in order to carry on this evaluation, we will take in consideration the 4 criteria that Luca already explained. Therefore, feasibility, originality, logical approach, and the appeal from aesthetic viewpoint of the device, of the proposal you are going to propose. Now we go in the area of the award that Honda is going to offer to the winners. The award will be that the winning team will be able to realize concretely its idea, its project proposal, through the support of Honda. So there's going to be a very strong cooperation between the team and Honda. Honda will give a gross sum, an amount of money which will consist of 8,000 euro, to be used to invest, to develop and concretely realize the prototype. Throughout the whole phase of the development of the winning idea, as I said before, the winning team will receive the support and the cooperation from Honda R&D members in order to carry on and to reach the final working, functioning device. So on top of the award given by Honda, there will be also additional contributions from our partners, so which are Autodesk and Formlabs. So the winning team will receive one 3D printing machine, the Form 2 printing machine, and one consumable kit. On the other hand, the Autodesk is going to provide free of charge one software webinar session training that will be, of course, open and offered to all candidates to the contest. And this webinar session will be held throughout the whole duration of the contest. Therefore, from the end of January until next May 2018. Now, going to the timeline, let's have an overview on the whole timetable of the contest. So today is the kickoff of the contest. All Fab Labs interested to participate can apply with their proposals within next January the 31st. So January 31st is the deadline to apply for that, for the contest. The winner will be announced by Honda on the 16th of February 2018, and after that it will start the phase 2 of the contest, which will be the prototype development phase, which will start from April the 1st until the end of May. So throughout this development phase, the winning team will work, as I said again, I focus this point, will work with the support and strict cooperation from Honda side in order to make possible the realization of this prototype. And 1st of June is the delivery, final delivery date of the prototype. Then has a ultimate point we want to just focus on is regarding the copyright, which is an important issue on a contest. I just want to focus on three main points. What we request to the candidate team is that the idea that the team is going to propose are original, and that the candidate team is the sole owner in terms of intellectual property rights of the idea that is going to propose. The second point, which we want to explain to you, is the fact that Onda is going to ask a temporary assignment of license of the project proposal only for the let's say for the purpose of selecting the winners and for the purpose of promoting and presenting and development the contest. So this license will be on a temporary basis. It's going to start from the 1st of February, basically, which is the first day after the deadline, until the 16th of February 2018, which is the phase where Onda is going to make the evaluations. Upon announcement of the winner, this license will terminate automatically. So all teams will keep, of course, will be free, let's say, of using the project proposal. On the other hand, upon announcement of the winning team, all intellectual property rights of the winning team will be assigned to Honda. So the winners will use their idea only for the realization with Honda support of this prototype. So basically, this is all from our side in terms of general overview. All that we have explained now on the contest is fully explained on our webpage, where you will have also a contact email in case there will be any additional questions on the contest. Also, the full version of the terms and condition is uploaded on the contest. So I think this is all so far from our side. Of course, if you have any questions on the contest, we are happy to answer to you. So this is all so far.
Thank you. We now have a session of roundup questions, just to kind of express some final thoughts. Antonio, did you have anything to add, or I go straight to the question? Okay. The next person I actually wanted to talk to ask Luca. We can do it informally. But so. What do you think? I wanted to ask you, because what do you think, given your experience teaching, Industry 4.0 targeted courses, what do you think, participants in a contest like this, what can they get from this experience?
Okay. I think the first station could be disorientation, because there's a lot of hot stuff here, I know. Where to start, what to think. I could give you some advice. The first, of course, is work as a team, but each team member should focus on a specific role according to his personal skill. Then trust your teammates. In this way, the professional skills could amplify themselves. Each team should work as a perfect calibrated machine. And then start with the things that always came along with a good idea: paper, pencil, and brainstorming. And I wish you a good luck.
Thank you. And so the next question is, what could go wrong, right? No, so I wanted to, since Alessandro, since you have so much, you know, this is what you've been doing since you started. You started working on projects such as this with personal digital manufacturing instruments. So what do you think are the biggest challenges that that people might encounter during this this process?
I think the main challenge is to transform a real need to a real product, because you have to have an idea, a good idea. So I think that people have to start to real need of a cycle or a motorcycle, and transform the need in a solution. On the other hand, they have to do a real feasibility study, because you have to create a final product that you can sell in any way. So the only one that can make the ensemble of these two steps, so transform a real need to a product, and create a real feasibility study, could things to try to win this contest.
Hey, thank you. Yes.
We had to say goodbye to Annibale, so if you have some last word for you.
Sorry. So I'm trying to skip ahead. Thank you very much for your time. So how what is the trend as far as in general the attention that that institutions that governmental institutions are placing on Industry 4.0 development?
Okay. Actually, there's a great attention about the central government policies about Industry 4.0. But the main kind of intervention is about using tax leverage to help industrial firms to buy machinery. This is, of course, it's important to buy technology, but I think that we all know that the real challenge is about knowledge, is not about technology. And so I think that the Fab Labs within a city can be places very important to empower both people and institution, and also, of course, companies, to find a guide through this revolution. No? So it, of course, it's important to have support, to have to try to have to use new technology, but the knowledge is the key point. And of course, a contest like this can be a step forward. And of course, we say good luck. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. And Matteo, you're up. So getting back to what we were saying before about how software is of fundamental importance. So beyond just the 3D modeling aspect, what is it that software tools what kind of help can they provide?
Yes, so one of the main used product at the moment, also from FabLab, is Fusion 360. Maybe some of you already know, but Fusion 360 is not only a platform for modeling, for 3D modeling, is a platform for complete develop the product. So inside Fusion 360 has a lot of functionality based on the cloud with the new technology the Autodesk is developing, where the designer can be free on the surface space for with the T-spline technology we acquired some years ago. But also they can develop 2D drawing. They can also play with the FEM ambient, where they can apply forces and define the stresses inside the part. They can also apply for milling or 3D printing the part. So it's a real complete environment for taking the idea into the reality. That's the real point, and is mainly based on the cloud. So it means that sharing idea is really simple, using devices, different devices, starting from Mac or PC, doesn't matter, no problem. They can simply access to the storage that is on the cloud. They can work on their idea completely free.
Thank you very much. And finally, we get to the prototyping part. Sarah, I know you publish so many case studies on your website. You probably write most of them, but about so many prototyping applications. Like, what is it that that you want to say about how Formlabs can help in this, with the prototyping part?
Yes. So, well, first of all, we are really happy about how this contest is also structured. So, really, again, good job and fantastic job to Honda R&D. We think that what's great is not only the chance of submitting ideas for Fab Labs, but also the real opportunity of making them with the expert team, such as the Honda R&D, and to really bring to production the ideas. And that's really what we try to do as well as Formlabs, as a 3D printing company, helping people realize having in their hands what they're just dreaming of. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of different ways we do that. And we're really excited to see how the ideas come out, and also helping the Fab Labs in their projects. A lot of our customers are just saying work both on prototyping, real life modeling, also feasibility studies with real parts. So there's definitely a lot of overlapping there. And yeah, a lot of case studies also in automotive sector, aerospace, a lot of different industries where there is really the need of a high quality part produced on the spot. So you first sketch it, as Luca was saying, on the paper, and then you maybe put it in Fusion 360, and then you print it. So definitely 3D printing is kind of the last step of the workflow, of the creative workflow. So we're really excited to see what the results will be.
And I wanted to add that just the other day I was looking on your website to see how many different applications are possible. There was a case study on how the special effects studio, they developed the Stranger Things, the Demogorgon monster, and they printed that, and that was quite a challenge because of all the teeth, right? That was very cool. So, well, first of all, I wanted to thank everybody for, by the way, a really very precise contributions. Everybody was perfectly on schedule. I just wanted to, I guess, kind of say, like, it seems like so complex what we're doing here. I mean, even when you talked about everything that goes into organizing a contest, even to have to consider all the aspects relating to copyright and prototyping and the modeling and the regulation and the support and the 3D printing aspects. I think it's amazing how it does seem so complicated, but I think the way we should look at this is that, like, 3 years ago, this was not possible. It was completely impossible. So now it's not easy, but now it's something that can be done. So I think with this we can conclude, but do we have any maybe questions? Okay, would you ask me the questions? Okay, great.
Voice, I would say. So actually there is FabLabs who asked if you can share the slides of today's conference, if you can share it online with the.
Oh, okay.
Yes, definitely. Yes, as I said before, from this afternoon, as soon as this conference is concluded, our webpage on the Meets FabLab will be effective. So all the information that we are providing through these slides are online on the webpage. So each Fab Labs can find all the information either regarding the theme, the regulations, the timing, award, and all. So yes, the response is yes, definitely.
Antonio? No.
The conclusion. So, if I can. When we start to work to study the Fab Lab in Europe, country by country, of course, the situation is different. We realize that the common denominator of every Fab Lab in Europe is they didn't have a business model. I mean, how they will make money. And but that Fab Lab that today survive is those lab that can be able to manage the connection between community, university, how to say, school project, and providing also the training. So by the consequence, thanks to the typical mix of competence that we can find today in FabLab, we can really catch from and bring from two-wheelers in a digital world. This is my just sentence. And today, I think also European FabLab are ready to cooperate with the company. And but are the company ready to work with the FabLabs? I think today Honda is ready. This is my just.
Thank you very much. And exactly, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, sorry, we have two last questions that we received from email and from Facebook. Actually, it's do you suggest to create a device, a wearable device, or something that is integrated in the motorbike? Which is your preference, in your opinion?
Good question, huh?
No, we have no preference. We left open because we have no preference. It doesn't matter if it's on the bike or if it's part of the rider equipment. What is important is what you do with that and what customer does with that. And it can be even a modification of some part of the bike. It doesn't need to be new necessarily. It could be just an upgrade or a different idea how to make. So anyway, we have no preference.
There's another one. So since you have no preference, will you provide any more information in terms of which motorbike you wish us to study in order to develop a device? Or will you share some, I don't know, like some models, some drawings that we can use in order to better match your idea of the contest?
Luca?
Yes. So at first, our idea is to utilize the winning idea on some not existing bike, but future bike that we are parallelly thinking about. So actually, there is nothing existing that we can share. We can provide some information that can permit to the participants to understand how it's possible to integrate the device that they use or what kind of modification they would like to apply. And these, if they ask specifically, for example, by email, as Daniela said, they can make some specific question we can give. But what are our expectations is that the idea that they create is suitable basically for any bike or any scooter. It doesn't need to be made specifically for one means of transportation and for one bike or one scooter. And of course, later on with the winning team, we will proceed in the integration of the idea into the next products that we are going to create. And in that case, any information will be there. So,
Matteo had something to add.
So, I'm a man from the software. I can suggest you guys, if you want to start from something in the reality for taking some measurement or something like that and adapt your devices, your idea on the reality, maybe you can use, and it's for free again, Recap 360. That is our solution for taking a real 3D model from photos. So you can use, for example, your mobile phone to take the photo of the area where you can capture and put into the cloud for having back a 3D model that can be a good start for adapt your idea into the reality. That's only an idea that's passing through my mind at the moment.
Thank you. Do we have more questions from the Fab Labs? Okay, would you have a question? You have a question from the audience?
You said you will provide a lot of support during the development of the prototype, but do you also plan to give some support, technical support, during the submission phase in order to avoid solutions that may not be compliant with some technical laws or standards? That could be an important issue for a FABLAB and for non-professional makers and designers.
Thank you. Luca?
As I said, of course, we request to the Fab Labs to explain the feasibility also of the idea from technological and technical viewpoint, but we don't expect a feasibility study that is 100% made in the first phase. So yes, we will provide some technical support. So again, everybody can ask us questions. But I mean, the proposal shouldn't be 100% complete from the technological viewpoint. So very detailed questions and so on are not that necessary now. But please ask which the doubts that you have, for example, from the regulation viewpoint. This is quite important, I think.
Thank you. I have a question too. Do you have a preference, or do you have should one focus or not focus on electric mobility versus thermal combustion engine?
I mean, thinking of the future, I think we have to consider electric mobility as a driver, let's say. So I think let's refer to that. Of course, I don't think that any of this proposal will be referred to the e-drive or internal combustion engine. But if you imagine something, maybe that can help for your idea. Imagine something electric, for example.
Thank you very much. And one more question. Thank you.
Just a very short one. Is it just for registered Fab Labs all around the world, or just any studio or place where you use digital technologies?
Yeah, as we said before, this is open to all Fab Labs who are, let's say, registered or joining the Fab Charter. So, and within the Fab Lab, as I said before, any Fab Lab can, I mean, all registered or joining Fab Labs joining the Fab Charter can apply with one or more teams. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. One more question. Great.
Last one, sorry. From FabLab Contea. Actually, they asked if the idea is licensed by the owner, that is the creator, how Honda participate to the idea? And so basically, once you select an idea, can you explain better what is the after the contest? How is the development of the idea, and in terms of also of license and production probably.
So the question is referred to the winning, after the winning step, I assume. When we talk about license, we said that the license is only temporarily assigned to Honda, only for the duration of the contest, let's say, organization and settlement. Once the contest is concluded, which means once the winner is announced, the license assigned to Honda is released, is automatically ceased. Therefore, the license is not going to be assigned to Honda. Or talking about all the proposals, all the candidates' proposals. Only the winning team, only the winning idea, for the winning idea, the copyright will be assigned to Honda. So we are talking about assigning the property rights only for the from the team who is going to develop the idea with Honda. And from that moment on, the intellectual property right will be, let's say, perpetually assigned to Honda.
Thank you very much. If there are no more questions, then I guess we can conclude here. I can't wait to see the projects. Thank you very much to everyone.